Hi, I'm Russ Bedner, owner-operator of Bedner's Farm and Greenhouse in Cecil. And today we're here to talk about xeriscaping, or more in particular, drought-tolerant plants. The way that these plants work is they will have a waxy coating on their leaf or even small pubescent hairs that will reflect the sunlight. Most of these plants will also have a deeper root system, so they don't have to rely on a lot of rainfall or irrigation. Some of these plants to consider are native plants and also some exotic varieties or tropical plants, more grown for the tropics and hotter conditions. Use of these drought-tolerant plants will actually reduce the time and cost spent on irrigation, and most of them actually prefer poor to average soils. So some of the plants in particular on the annual side is Osteospermum is one. Dipladenia, which is a great, almost shrub-like. It is a tropical plant native to Florida. They are great for going through the beaten sun and requiring as little to no water as possible. On the perennial side of things, we have a perennial vine, which is honeysuckle, that does great with not a lot of water. Some ground covers is Dipladenia, Sedums work very well. And then more upright varieties would be Coreopsis. Lavender. Lavender is great. It loves poor soil, so if you have an area that does not have really great soil and has rocky or shaly areas, same with the Sedum. They don't require a lot of maintenance. The Himmercalis or daylilies, which they have a very long bloom time on them as well. Irises are great because they are very adaptable. They'll even go to wet conditions along with dry conditions once they're established. You have to water though. The one thing in particular is they don't require a lot of water once they are established. But the process of getting them established is critical. So you do have to maintain them and get them watered till the roots take hold. So some shrubs to talk about for some dry areas would be some ground cover junipers, like this shore juniper, blue rug junipers, which are nice because they'll go out about 5 to 6 feet, so they'll cover a large area. Some more upright shrubs that flower would be your lilac and your flowering quince, which is really nice because you have an awesome flower on it. Some trees to consider for dry areas would be red oak, bur oak, English oak, some various pines, different juniper trees, ginkgo biloba, locust trees, and any native tree that you see growing in the woods is very adaptable to any of the growing conditions that you may have. A few tips to keep in mind: identify the areas of your yard that are the driest. Also, group the plants that we've spoken about today according to how much water they need. Don't forget to consider your soil types and the size of your plants that you plant. If it has more rocks, it's going to drain faster, so you're going to need a little more water to get that plant established. You want to amend your soils enough to get that root structure branched out into the ground to get that plant established. Mulch is another thing to keep in mind too. You always want to mulch the plant in that retains moisture and also keeps out weeds. Weeds is one of the most detrimental factors that suck up the most moisture in a landscape. One other thing to consider is shade structures. So if you have a wide open landscape and it's very sunny, you could always put up a pergola, gazebo, an arbor, and actually plant some of these vines that we spoke about to make that shade on top of your arbor. So the outside temperature could be 80 in the sun, and then in your shade structure or under your shade structure, it will be about 10 degrees cooler. That's going to wrap up our video today on xeriscaping. If you have any questions or concerns or need us to stop out, please give us a call or stop by here at Bedner's Farm and Greenhouse.